Welcome aboard the Bitcoin Express. My name is Chase. Let's get to it. In this video, you will learn what a dusting attack is and how you can protect yourself from cyber attacks and maintain your privacy online. A dusting attack is an attack where someone is sent a very small amount of cryptocurrency, maybe 10 cents or 15 cents worth of Bitcoin. And by doing this, the attacker can now track how you spend the Bitcoin. And by doing this, they can figure out who you are, figure out your identity, and also figure out how much cryptocurrency you own. And this is dangerous because now if an attacker knows who you are and how much cryptocurrency you hold, they can attack you and try to steal it from you. An example would be a phishing attack, or you're sent maybe a phishing email. This is when you're sent an email that looks like a real email from a real company. You click on the link, you enter all your information, and now you gave it all up. Or maybe you'll be victim of a computer ransom. Someone takes over your computer, they freeze it, maybe they steal a document, an important one from your computer, and the only way to unfreeze the computer or return the document is by you paying ransom in cryptocurrency. So you do not want people knowing your identity online, and you especially do not want them to know how much cryptocurrency you hold. Also, governments, authorities might want to know who you are, what you hold, and you just might not want them to. You want to maintain your privacy. But these dusting attacks also can be used for good. They can be used to track stolen cryptocurrency and also track the spending of true criminals online. So with a dusting attack, really the only way to understand it is to understand the UTXO model that Bitcoin uses. This is a model, the spending model, that is different than what you might think. Ethereum and XRP use something called an account balance. This is where you have an address and you're sent cryptocurrency, so that account either will increase or decrease. But Bitcoin, along with other cryptocurrencies such as Litecoin and Bitcoin Cash, they do not use an account balance model. They use UTXO model. And the best way, I think, to explain it is by comparing it to cash. When you go to a store and you want to buy something maybe for $50 in cash, you go into your wallet, and you might take one $20 bill, two $10 bills, and two $5 bills. So together, the sum equals 50. Now you can use that money to buy something. So the same thing with Bitcoin. When you go to make a transaction with Bitcoin, it's the sum of many UTXOs, or the sum of many transactions, just like we did with the cash example. So with Bitcoin, or also Litecoin as well, you can see on this picture how it might look. We're looking at this transaction and we see that there's 4 sending transactions, right? This is really all from one person. So this person is sending cryptocurrency, Litecoin in this case, but they're taking 4 different unspent transactions, 4 different UTXOs. And if you're looking closely at this image, you'll see the first 3 UTXOs all come from the same address. But the 4th one, it actually comes from a different address. This isn't 2 people. This is still one person sending it all from the same wallet. How is this so? How is it that we have 2 different addresses sending cryptocurrency, but it's from the same person? This happens is because this cryptocurrency is being sent from an HD wallet, a deterministic wallet. With an HD wallet, you have a master key, and from the master key, you can create multiple public addresses. So you can get this one wallet, this one HD wallet, and from there you have multiple addresses. And wallets have this feature to maintain your privacy. You can have 10, you can have 20, you can have 100 different wallets coming from this master key, and no one will know which wallet belongs to you, and they won't know how much cryptocurrency you hold. But if someone is able to make the connection here, if they can figure out that all of these wallets belong to you, then they can figure out who you are and how much cryptocurrency you hold. So examples of HD wallets are Ledger, Trezor, KeepKey, Electrum, and Atomic Wallet. And just like I used the example of cash before, where you need some of different UTXOs to make a transaction, these HD wallets also have return change addresses. This is also another privacy feature of these wallets. So let's say we're going to send 50 Bitcoin or $50 cash, and what we're buying or what we're sending, it's only 20 Bitcoin or $20 in cash. So when we give $50 to the cashier for something that costs $20, we get $30 in change and they give it right back to us. But in the case of Bitcoin and HD wallets, if we spend 50 Bitcoin, this is the UTXO, and what we're only sending is 20 Bitcoin, we're gonna get 30 Bitcoin back, except it doesn't come back to the address we sent it from. These HD wallets have change addresses, so it actually returns back to us, but in a different wallet address, and this maintains our privacy. So this is where these dusting attacks come in. An authority or a criminal, they'll send out small amounts to multiple wallets, and what they want to see is that person going to take all of these UTXOs and add them together and spend it, maybe send it to one wallet. If you have 10 UTXOs and one of those UTXOs is that dust that was sent, the attacker will figure out that all of these were sent to one wallet, and they'll make a guess here, or they'll assume that all of these wallets belong to you. So this is what it will look like on a block explorer. You'll see one address sending out cryptocurrency to hundreds, maybe even thousands of addresses, trying to make a connection to figure out a person's identity. And this only applies to people that are holding cryptocurrency on their own private wallet. If you're holding cryptocurrency on an exchange such as Coinbase or Gemini, this video does not apply to you. Your identity and how much cryptocurrency you have is already out there, or the exchange knows, and authorities have access to those exchanges. So if you're using a private wallet, this is where you need to be a little careful. Just by using one of these wallets, you already have that privacy feature. You have many different public addresses, and already it's pretty difficult for someone to make a connection that all of these addresses belong to you. But let's say you are using one of these wallets. There are a few things that you can do. The simple method is just don't spend it. If you know there's a certain amount of cryptocurrency that you want to hodl, that you want to hold for a long time, just don't spend it. So if this is the case and you know there's a certain amount that you don't want to spend, buy one wallet, one HD wallet for that. It could be a Ledger, a Trezor, or one of the other wallets, and only use that for hodling or for holding for the long term. And then you get another wallet that you want to use for spending or trading, buying and selling. So for non-hardware wallets, there are options, there are features now that protect against dusting attack. As this became more prevalent, these wallets upgraded and they now have features to control which UTXO you spend. So Wasabi wallet is a very popular one, but probably the most popular non-hardware wallet is Samurai. So with Samurai, when you receive a transaction of a dusting attack, you'll get a flag. You'll be notified. So if you are sent 5 cents worth of Bitcoin or 10 cents worth of Litecoin, you'll get a flag on the wallet and it'll say that this is maybe a potential do not spend or a potential dusting attack. And all you need to do is take this UTXO and you can mark it as do not spend. And in the future, when you go to spend your cryptocurrency, it will not be included in the transaction. So these are non-hardware wallets, but the gold standard, at least for me, has always been the Ledger. Ledger is a cold storage of cryptocurrency held offline, and recently, not recently, but just a few months ago, there was no way to control which UTXOs you spent. If someone sent you a small amount of cryptocurrency in a dusting attack, it might be included in your next transaction, it might not. You have no control. But with Ledger's newest update to Ledger Live 2.11.1, make sure you have this version, 2.11.1, and then any version that comes after it, there is coin control. So when you go to make a transaction, and let's say you have 10 different UTXOs, 10 different transactions adding up that you're gonna send, you can actually pick and choose which transactions you wanna keep and which ones you wanna remove. It used to be, it was just first in, first out for Ledger and all these other wallets. You just spend the cryptocurrency that was first put into the wallet. So the first crypto in is the first crypto that goes out. It goes in order. But now with Ledger coin control, Wasabi and Samurai, you can actually choose the UTXOs. So just to simplify that again, if at one point you received a dust transaction of 5 cents, you can just click it as do not spend, and it will not be included in your future transaction. So if you're using these wallets and these methods, you are increasing your chance of staying private. But let's say that someone does figure out your identity and they figure out how much cryptocurrency you hold. There are additional measures, safety measures that you can take. The first one is use a VPN, a virtual private network, such as ExpressVPN or NordVPN. When you do this, even if someone figures out that these wallets belong to the same person, if you're using a VPN, you can hide your IP address, which can help prevent people from figuring out your identity or who you are. And then also, you do not want to store any passwords, especially any seed phrases for your wallet, on anything that could be connected to the internet. So you do not want to store passwords or seed phrases in your iPhone. You don't want to put it on your computer, and you don't want to send it in an email. So by doing these, you still will protect yourself from cyber criminals. I hope that you found value in this video, and if you did, I want you right now to go down below and subscribe to the channel. Thank you for listening, and I'll see you next time.